signs. I'm going to do all the water sign readings today. So Pisces, Cancer, and Scorpio. Let's see what's in store for you. Just a quick little reading. It may resonate with you, it may not. If you're new here, I am Tamsy Faye. Just going to change the screen around. There we go. I think. There we go. The way I read the cards to the light to you and the dark to me. This is just a little general reading for the rest of this week. So first I'm going to do Pisces. What's in store for Pisces? Oops, that one didn't want to come out, so I guess that one's not yours. Nope. Oop, there we go. That one went flying. You got the Ace of Pentacles. The cards don't want to come out. There we go. The Eight of Swords. And the Three of Pentacles. So let's see what's going on here. Can you guys see all that? I don't know. For the Ace of Pentacles, it's kind of like a hand emerging into the clouds, and it kind of, means a sign of new beginnings, like a new opportunity is coming, or you're trying to manifest a new opportunity. The Eight of Swords is kind of like, damned if you do, damned if you don't kind of card, It's kind of suggesting that even though you're trying to manifest something good, like you're trying to think of a new idea or a new opportunity or that kind of thing, you kind of feel damned if you do and damned if you don't. Like if you trying to decide whether or not if you should go ahead with it or not. I feel like there might be some finances that are kind of, blocking that idea in one way or another. I feel like you have a fear of second guessing yourself, and you're afraid to say something or do something that needs to be said for one reason or another. Then you have the Three of Pentacles. She's kind of a young fairy. She's trying to work on making like a little pentacle, right? She's trying to be creative. She looks tired, but she's still trying to make up something. And it's like the whole vibe here, right? You're trying to put something together, but you don't know exactly how to make it work, kind of thing. I feel like you have the ability to do it, but you're not sure how to get started or where to go with it. Let's see what else we can do for this. There's the Magician, the Ten of Pentacles, and the Death. So with the Magician, the Magician, he kind of suggests that you have some hidden talents and you have some, you have some ideas, I feel like it goes along with this one where you're trying to manifest something, you're trying to make something happen. Then you got like the Ten of Pentacles, which she represents, the tree of life kind of thing. Some kind of restrictions on what you're trying to do. Like you want to do it, but then she sees like there's some kind of something that's restricting you from going ahead with this. I feel like there may be a conflict around with what you want to do, or it might go against some kind of tradition, within your family or some kind of thing. Then you have a Death card, and the Death kind of represents that whatever this is going to come to a complete end, Like things are changing, like whatever's changing, like either this is going to end or your struggle to get this going is going to end, and we'll just validate on that. Like Five of Swords, Knight of Wands, Four of Cups. The Five of Swords kind of represents that you're fighting for it. You want to do this, you want this to happen, Like they're all on top of each other, they're all connected. So it's like you want this to work, it's not going to work, but you want it to work anyways. You're going to fight for it, even if, you know. Then you got the Knight of Wands. You know, even though he has all this fiery energy in him, um, he also says that you have fear of this situation. So even though you want it, like you think you want it, but then you're scared at the same time of whatever you're trying to do, or whatever you're trying to plan. You want to, but you're scared to at the same time. You know? I feel like you have scattered energy. Like you want to put energy into this, but you don't want to put energy into this. You're kind of torn within yourself. You're lacking some self-control and some delays into your planning here. Then you got the Four of Cups. The Four of Cups is always about, you know, planting your seed and watching things grow kind of thing. So I see like the problem here, that maybe the block is that even though what you want, whatever you're wanting this week, you probably think you want it, but your heart doesn't want it, or your heart's not into it. So you're not able to manifest the energy to do whatever it is that you don't want to do, but you think you need to do it at the same time, you know? Like you caught the Four of Cups, so it's kind of like, you know, when you plant a seed, you don't know when it's going to sprout. You know, sometimes it sprouts within a few days, sometimes it takes a couple of weeks for it to sprout. So it's kind of like you're planting your seed and you don't know when it's going to sprout, but you're impatient and waiting for it to sprout. Like you want it now. You don't want to wait, kind of deal. Is what I'm getting out of this. So, you know, the cards say you should wait, you know. Patience is a virtue sometimes. Next, I'm going to do Scorpio. What's in store for Scorpio? We got the Moon. We got the High Priestess. And the World. Okay, so the Moon is sometimes about discovering some hidden talents kind of thing, or uncovering some kind of fears that you have. I feel like because of you have the High Priestess with it, the Moon is kind of saying you're discovering some hidden truths either about yourself or, you know, or having some fears about some of the ideas or thoughts you are having within yourself. I feel like you're struggling to trust your intuition about a situation. Then you have the World, and the World is like, you know, the World represents coming into a full circle kind of thing, you know? Major changes, fulfillment, success kind of deal, you know? So I feel like whatever's changes are coming this week, you're kind of having fears about it, you know? Maybe something is just changing too fast for you. But we'll see what is changing. Got the Ace of Cups. Oh, I guess it's not for you. It doesn't want to come out. The Lovers. Ooh. Three of Swords. Well, I guess things are changing fast for you, Scorpio, because maybe you met someone new, or you're taking the next step into your relationship in one way or another. You know, the Ace of Cups is all about a lot of love. Love is the essence of the situation here. You know? I feel like you're looking for ways to connect with someone. And then you got the Lovers. So I feel like you're looking for new ways to reconnect with a partner that you already have, or you're looking to meet someone. But I feel like you've already met them because the changes are happening, and you kind of have like some fears about it, you know? You're not sure if you should trust your intuition, you know? Maybe this person you met is a little bit against your faith, or has different, values than you do, so you're kind of second guessing yourself about this person even though you love them. I feel like whatever this is, it's a new situation that has come up. Either the new person you met or just a new stage in your relationship. The Three of Swords kind of represents that, you're feeling some emotional pain, like you're feeling hurt about something. You're feeling, changes are happening. Mm-hmm. Maybe you're trying to rekindle your love, but it's not working out. And you're thinking about separating from the person. That's maybe, the Three of Swords landed right on top of the world where it's about change. So maybe some of you Scorpios are either trying to take your relationship to a new level. You met someone new, but like you don't trust your intuition about this new person, or you feel like it's time for a separation kind of deal. There's some kind of disruption in that relationship. Let's just see what else this has to do. Let's just validate more about this, right? You got this Five of Cups, the Devil, the Ace of Wands. Okay. So the Five of Cups is kind of like whatever the issue is, the water's under the bridge. So whatever feelings you had, you're fine with letting them go. You just don't know if you should. You're fine with letting them go. Whatever happened, you're fine with letting it go. You're just not sure if you should. The Devil is about changes, like something is changing, and you already have the world that says the same thing. Like the Devil is also suggesting that you're thinking about a separation from this person, or taking things from a different. I feel a separation of some sort, or taking a break from whatever it is that you're doing. It kind of represents your ideas that come to light. So whatever this is, I really feel like you're really having a hard time trusting your intuition. Maybe, leaving this person is against your faith. If you're like thinking about separation or divorce, Scorpio. But the Ace of Wands is saying that the decision you're making right now is the good decision. Either way, if you want to work on it or leave the situation, whichever way this resonates with you, whatever you're thinking, I don't know what you're thinking, but the Ace of Wands backs that up, whichever way you're going. If it looks like the relationship is not working right now, you either need to take a little break or yeah. I guess next is for Cancer. What's in store for Cancer? There we go. You have the Moon, the Queen of Wands, and the Three of Swords. The Moon is about, figuring out some hidden truths or hidden talents about yourself. It could also mean that you've been having trouble sleeping lately, and your mind is just going and thinking of all kinds of things that you need to do or want to do kind of thing. Then you got the Queen of Wands, and the Queen of Wands is kind of like that motherly figure, she has that lion energy where she cares for her cubs very, very much, and she's very protective of them. I feel like whatever your idea is, you're kind of debating within yourself if it's either a good idea or not a good idea. Like you think it's a good idea, but you're unsure of yourself, and you're kind of debating that thing, I feel like You need to focus on what's going to get you moving, you know? So your Cubs are facing the moon, so I feel like it's really questioning your heart. Like you can't decide if it's a good idea or not. And then you have the Three of Swords, and I feel like whatever you're trying to decide is going to be a major life decision, you know? I feel like whatever this thing is going to be kind of like starting over. Like, do I really want to start over? I don't know why, but I feel like you want to move. I don't know if you're moving like a new house or a move job. Like, you're moving somewhere, like either in your work or house, but it seems like something is moving, and you can't decide if you want to move forward with this idea. Like, do you really want to move? Do I really want to change jobs? It's that kind of energy that's kind of brewing with you, Cancer. Just see, you got the Three of Cups, the Eight of Wands, the Wheel of Fortune. Well, the cards think whichever way you're thinking is a good idea. You got the Three of Cups. Three of Cups is always about celebrating, having a good time kind of thing. Finding your inner passion. Maybe you're thinking about changing jobs just because the current job you have isn't fulfilling that passion that you have compared to another job you're thinking about taking, or the house you're thinking about looking at, or the place you're thinking about looking at, is better suited for your life now. Then you have the Eight of Wands. The Eight of Wands is all about movement, right? It's all, I don't know, I can't really see that well on my screen, but it's a guy dancing with the fire, and in order to dance with fire, you kind of have to have a lot of manipulation of the stick, you have to have a lot of movement, you have to have a lot of focus. It kind of represents that kind of energy that you have for this situation, is that, if you do take this next step, it's like a huge major life change for you, Then you got the Wheel of Fortune. Usually the Wheel of Fortune means things are turning around for you, Which it kind of is in the same way, If you take this big step, things will definitely be a change, I feel like just because the Wheel of Fortune is reversed, is they're kind of resisting this change. Like, maybe this change came too soon, like, came too quickly for you, You don't have time to prepare for it, kind of thing, Like, you have so much to do. Like, if you move, it's like all this packing and, teaching your like, there's just so much involved in that situation. The same as changing a job. There's so much you need to do when you're doing that kind of thing, New job might mean more hours or, a different schedule than what you're used to. Whatever that change is, you're kind of resisting it. I mean, if it's a big life change, then, it's understandable at the same time. The Two of Swords, the Death card, and the Magician. The Two of Swords, she's kind of like at peace within herself, she's just calmly playing her flute, she's just, even though it's a big change and you're kind of resisting it, at the same time you're okay with it at the same time. Like, things are coming to an end. So I feel like wherever this change is you're going to decide to do it anyway, even though you're kind of having, you're kind of resisting it, but I feel like by the end of the week you're going to come to terms with it, you're going to figure your stuff out, and with the Magician card you're going to make everything manifest and work out the way you want it to. That's what I got for you, Cancer. Bye, guys. I hope you have a good rest of the week, and I'll see you next time. Bye.